We're going to hit on some key topics today. We're going to talk about who we're feeding. Yes, we talk about dogs and cats in big categories. It's just as important to remember that they're all individual animals and therefore have very individual needs. And we really want to think of it through that lens. We also know that they're omnivores and they're carnivores, and that certainly makes a very big difference as well. We're going to talk about basic nutrition. We're going to talk about the different evaluation of pet foods. What are consumers after? And then obviously we're going to share some information specific to Blackwoods, which is a product that we're focusing on today. So before we can get into kind of what we're going to talk about with ingredients, it's important to remind ourselves who are we talking about. And obviously with dogs, just like human beings, they're omnivores by definition. And the definition of an omnivore is a species that is not only very opportunistic, but is able to thrive and survive on a very significant diversity of different nutrients, both animal and potentially plant-based. These are animals that can scavenge, they can hunt, they'll eat raw, they'll eat carcasses. And when you look at their dentition, not only is it partially designed to catch animals, to kill animals, but when you look at their molar teeth or their cheek teeth, they have the capability of grinding and breaking down different types of hard materials. What's interesting with the omnivores, again, because they're built to handle such a huge diversity of protein, fat, carbohydrates at varied levels, it really makes them a very, very adaptable species, very, very flexible in terms of where they can get their caloric intake, where they can take it in small amounts and in large amounts. It's this ability to handle such a diversity of nutrients, plant, animal, protein, large, small, that makes omnivores, frankly, some of the most successful species on our planet. That adaptability, depending on what Mother Nature or the environment is providing them, really makes these animals capable of surviving in a diversity of locations. Understand that. We also know, as I alluded to you earlier, that nutrition connects directly to disease. We look at the most common diseases that we see in the marketplace every single year, and we run down these lists and we realize that year over year, 7, 8, 9 out of the top 10 are directly or indirectly associated to nutrition. It's just, again, how important this decision is and how much we need to ensure that owners understand the implications.